after spending 2 days in Leh, exploring the city and nearby places. Simultaneously getting used to the high altitude terrain, I set out to explore Ladakh, a land cherished for its natural wonders. The towering snow peaks and colorful prayer flags set the tone for my expedition. My final destination on this 2 day trip was Lamayuru Monastery, about 125 kilometers from Leh. I also had plans to make a few brief stops along the way to explore other places. My first stop was the confluence of two great rivers of the region, near Nimmu village. The turquoise blue Zanskar River, winding its way through a gorge, meets darker greenish blue Indus at this point. Except during the monsoon time when the flow is muddy, two distinct colors of water can be seen merging into one water body that continues its further journey as the great Indus River, which has nurtured a few ancient civilizations. The surface of blue water shimmers in the sunlight. White sandy beaches, barren brown mountains, some snow-peaked in the distance, clear skies, all put together create a dramatic landscape. This spot can get quite crowded during the tourist season. I visited in the third week of October. Winter had already caught up, and I had the place entirely to myself. I walked on uncrowded, pristine, white sandy beaches of Indus, admiring nature, and saw some interesting rock formations. The blue water of the river on some stretches gets superimposed by the reflection of surrounding mountains. Soon it was time to leave this magical place and head for the next destination. On the way, I noticed a rather unusual color of a stupa, a beautiful blue with a backdrop of brown mountains. Given that stupas in this region are generally white, the blue definitely added a distinctive touch. Ancient stones with religious inscriptions were placed here. This route offered stunning landscapes. It was amazing to see how hills of different colors were only at a short distance apart. Amidst the scenic beauty, I also got a glimpse of some ruins of an old settlement. The beautiful landscape prompted me to take many stops along the way. Nevertheless, the second destination for today was not far away. Taking a short detour, I headed for Likir Monastery. The approach to the monastery, though somewhat secluded now, was once part of a well-trodden trade route in earlier times. Established in the 11th century by a Buddhist sage under the patronage of the 5th king of Ladakh, The monastery was initially dedicated to the teachings of Kadampa sect, expounded by an Indian scholar. It switched to Gelugpa or the Yellow Hat sect in the 15th century. The monastery structure underwent reconstruction in the 18th century after being destroyed in a fire. Legend has it that Likir Monastery is built on a hill, guarded by the spirits of two great serpents. The main hall is home to various statues of Buddha, Bodhisattvas, and a portrait of the Dalai Lama. Also, a good collection of Thangka paintings and murals can be seen here. The hall is a storehouse of meticulously preserved old manuscripts and religious scriptures. There are several rows of seats for monks to sit. Monastic robes are placed on the seats. The murals outside the main hall are a bit different. They feature some buildings that look like religious institutions, with figures of sages around them. Until now, I hadn't come across any murals with depiction of buildings in Ladakh. Also, there are some inscriptions in Ladakhi script. Another prayer hall close by is a vibrant and colorful room and is home to an imposing statue of Avalokiteshvara. A 22 meters Maitreya Buddha statue graces the compound. It is visible from a distance. The views of the valley and the mountains are simply breathtaking. This is a place of peace and quiet. Leaving Likir Monastery, half the day had passed, but I was not even halfway through my journey for the day. You cannot be in a hurry to reach your destination in Ladakh. This place is so magical. It was already lunchtime and I was recommended a local restaurant in Alchi, which turned out to be my next stop. Alchi Kitchen is run by a cheerful and professional all-women team and serves delicious and authentic local dishes. After lunch, I headed to visit the monastery. Quaint narrow streets with a few local souvenir shops led me to the monastery. Alchi, often claimed to be the oldest in Ladakh, comprises a monastic complex featuring 3 main shrines dedicated to different deities. The buildings showcase ancient artistry of mud and brick architecture. Phones and cameras are not allowed inside the building, and they have to be left in a locker outside the monastery. This monastery is known for its collection of exquisite frescoes and statues, which are considered to be some of the precious and earliest surviving examples of Indo-Tibetan Buddhist art. Many researchers believe that the skilled artisans came from the Kashmir Valley. Beyond its religious role, it also served as a cultural, artistic, and scholarly hub during its formative years. A narrow lane leads to a serene view of the Indus River flowing gracefully. Alchi was roughly the halfway point to my destination. It was already evening by the time I left the monastery. The weather had turned cold and cloudy, yet the landscape looked vibrant with the turquoise river and autumn colors. I continued towards my destination, with River Indus as my companion for quite some time, immersed in the surrounding landscape, when suddenly it felt as if I had been transported to an alien land. My destination had arrived.